Welcome back, makers. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jeanette Fry. I'm the owner and maker of JeBelle Sheek. So for today's tutorial, I thought I would create a tumbler using a full wrap. This is my first time using a full wrap, and I will be creating this tumbler using some new glitters that I did get in from IPP. And y'all, it just represents spring to me so much with all of the beautiful fluorescent colors, and I am just so excited to be creating this tumbler and the full process of using a full wrap. So I'm very excited about that process. So once again, makers, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. And at the end of this video, if you enjoyed this content, please consider giving me a thumbs up. It definitely helps my channel out. So I can go on and on rambling about how much I love these new colors, but however, I'm going to let you be the judge for that for yourself. So I think that is enough for me. Let's get into this tutorial. Let's go. All right, makers, let's go ahead and get this tumbler started. So here I am starting with a fully prepped and sanded tumbler. This is a 20-ounce skinny straight from the Stainless Steel Depot. And y'all, I really hope you guys enjoy this tutorial because I put a lot of thought in it. All right, so this is my first time using a herringbone pattern. So the pattern came specifically outlined to fit this tumbler from Stainless Steel Depot, so you don't have to do any type of additional measuring. So if you cut it out right and just wrap it around here, it's going to be an exact fit. I hope to be. All right, so I went ahead and cut the herringbone pattern out in design space. You really can't see it because I had cut it in black, which I probably should have cut it a little lighter. However, it's already cut. And now I went ahead and applied some transfer tape, so when we wrap this around the tumbler, everything is seamless. All right, so let's get ready to wrap this vinyl around the tumbler to reveal our herringbone pattern. All right, makers, so you know I don't do glittering at the top and the bottom, so just to save time, well, you saw in the previous step, I've really had it and just taped off the bottom and the top portions. So when I remove this vinyl and use my cup edging tool, I don't have any paint on the stainless portion. So off camera, I went ahead and just drew my little starting line with my little tool here. So it just has a little opening, so you can just draw a pencil line all the way up and just, let me do it again, and just draw a line to get your starting point for your tumbler. So really handy tool. So I have my line started. So I've already cut a little of the backing off. So when I apply it against the tumbler, it's gonna stick. So this is called the hinge method. All right, so now we're gonna take the rest of the vinyl and just begin to just move it slowly away from the backer. And y'all, I do have my tumbler on this little tumbler holder by Kimmy Page Boutique, and y'all, I have found it so easy when I'm applying a full wrap is to just hold the tumbler, spin it, and y'all, it's just allowing me to just spin it and press the design on properly. One thing I did want to note, you want to make sure you have your design facing, if you want the end versus the top portion, you want to make sure you have it going in the right direction. So this tool is just allowing me to just spin my tumbler, use my thumbs, and apply it on. So if all goes well, we should have a seamless design once we put each piece together. All right, so now that we have our vinyl on, we're just gonna take our little tool here and just remove the transfer paper away from the vinyl. And if you find you don't have a straight line, like something got away or something, you always can just clip the excess. And because once you put your lines on it, everything is going to line up anyway. Art makers, I don't know if you can see from the time lapse, but it took me a minute to get this transfer paper off here. It was strong as heck. So one thing I did want to point out, if you go through your tumbler, I know you can't see it, but if you find your points are not adding up, just simply take some washi tape and line up those points. So when you cut away the excess, you can pull that little excess away with that spot. So it's going to reveal a clean cut in between those edges. So that's what I went through because I'm a little OCD. I just wanted to make sure my points lined it up exactly. No matter what, if you have the wrap around a tumbler, it's going to be always some differences here and there. So this is just a way to adjust fire. So you're just going to take some washi tape, simply line up those points, and just cut away, make it even from edge to edge, and just cut away that little piece that's not lining up. So when you remove that section, you have a clean cut in between there. So makers, to save time and also off camera, I went ahead and just trimmed off the edges using my cup edging tool, and also I reapplied my tape line back. So now we need to map out where we're gonna place our colors at. So the colors that we're gonna be using for today's tutorial is they're by IPP Itsy. It's Pretty Personal. And y'all, I'm just so in love with these colors because it's just so bright and vibrant. So first we have Tart-Blue Razz. We have Orange Zest. Tart, I'm sorry. We have Tart and it's Lime Light. And this is called Hot Pink. All right, so now we need to map out where we're going to place our colors. So in order to do that, I'm just going to use a Posco paint pen. And y'all, it's just your preference as to where you want your colors. However, my thing is I'm going to apply my colors like kind of one at a time or two at a time because I don't want to contaminate each color. So I'm just going to go through and just take my time. I'm going to take you guys along with me while I think about how I'm going to map my colors. Art maker, so I just took my time and applied an initial, like for blue, green, purple, and orange. I mean blue, green, pink, and orange. I just applied the first letter for the colors. I kind of got that idea just so that when I look at the colors, it's nothing contrasting beside that color, so it'll pop more. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna apply the pink color first, which is the His Hot Pick. This is by Itsy Bitsy Personal. And I'm just gonna remove my pink, the P, from all the sections. And for this method, we're going to be using the glitter glue, and I'm going to take some pink paint and mix in the glitter glue to make those sections pop. All right, makers, so here I have some Apple Barrel pink paint. This is from Walmart, the Walmart brand. So I'm just going to take this and just apply this pink paint all to the open sections. All right, makers, so now that we have our pink paint all the way down, I did apply 2 thin coats of paint and just let it dry in between each coat. So to save time, I went ahead and applied just 1 coat of the glitter glue to this section. I'm going to do it in sections because I don't want the glitter glue to dry. So I already have 1 section down, and we're going to start doing our glitter portions. So I'm just going to continue doing that and take you guys along with me. Art makers, now that we have our pink down, I did go ahead and just take some parchment paper and just roll this just to get it nice and flat. And I did go ahead and just remove the orange section. So the same thing we're going to do. The orange we're going to be using is called Orange Zest. This is by IPP, and we're going to apply the glitter glue, and then I'm going to apply some orange paint first. to the section, to the open sections, and then I'm gonna apply the glitter. So I'm gonna take you guys along with me while I do that process as well. Art maker, so now that we have our orange on, I am just going to let these two colors dry for a minute, and then we're going to go back and apply, get started on applying the green and the blue. Art maker, so now that the pink and the orange have been dry for a while, we're going to get ready to apply the blue glitter. So now I have some blue paint in a cup. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the blue paint, and I'm going to go ahead and start applying the blue glitter to these open sections as well. So makers, before we get into applying the blue paint, I just went ahead and just took some washi tape and just kind of mask off the other sections, just so I won't kind of contaminate the other sections of glitter that I've already glittered. And I can do that because I just gave it a light seal, and using the glitter glue, the tape is not fully stuck, so it allowed me to do that. So I just gave this just a light seal, so everything is good to go. So when I apply the blue paint, I can go ahead and just put this blue here freely. So I just use some washi tape. All right, makers, so now that we have our blue paint applied, and I'm so glad that I put this washi tape here just to give me some extra protection because I am a messy painter. So now we're going to begin applying our glitter glue and applying our blue glitter as well. And once again, the blue glitter we're going to be using is by IPP. It's called Blue Razz. Art maker, so now that we have our blue glitter applied, and I have been doing this for every color, I've been taking just some regular parchment paper and just pressing those sections that I glitter, because once again, you want everything nice and flat. So I've just been doing that for each and every color, and it's been helping keep everything nice and flat. Art makers, to save time, because I know my videos can get a little lengthy, I allowed the blue to dry. So now we're going to get ready to apply the green. Off camera, I went ahead and painted the green sections and applied some glitter glue. So now we're going to apply glitter to those sections. All right, makers, so here is how we're looking so far. I am so happy with how everything is turning it out. I really got the nice crisp lines that I was looking to achieve, so everything is looking nice and good. So I did go ahead and just remove all of that washi tape. I know the process is looking rough, but y'all know my motto is trust the process. So this is what we're looking like so far. So it's all worth it about just casually taping off those sections, just to make sure you don't get any paint in those sections, so you achieve that nice crisp look. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this dry, and I'm going to seal it with some 2x matte clear by Rustoleom and apply 2 thin coats of epoxy. All right, makers, so here we are. So I gave this 2 thin coats of epoxy, and I also did a light sand at the top and the bottom, so everything is nice and smooth and ready to go. So for this cup, I want to keep everything just really nice and simple. So to do that, I cut out these vinyl lines. It's like some opal vinyl lines. I just thought it really just captured all of the colors coming from the fluorescent glitters. So I think this is perfect. So what I'm gonna do is just take my time and apply all of these vinyl lines to each of these sections. So it is gonna take a minute. So I'm gonna take you guys along with me while I do that. All right, makers, so now that we have all of these stripes applied, we're gonna go through and just use an X-Acto knife and cut off all of the excess. All right, makers, I don't know if I mentioned before, but the vinyl that I'm using is by TechWrap Craft. It is an opal, and y'all, I love using this vinyl for things like this, like cutting, use it very thin lines and things like that, because it is so soft and buttery and easy to cut. So if you mind the overlap, I do not mind the overlap. So what I did was just essentially just cut off the excess. It's when you get it up on the epoxy, it's not as noticeable. So for me, I do not mind the overlap. I do not go underneath and grab out that little piece, because I can never really just get an exact cut that I'm really satisfied with. I always have this little millimeter of, I don't know, a little hairline of little space showing, and I just hate that. So I do not mind the overlap. So I just cut off the excess at the end and just leave it at that. So what I'm going to do to finish this off is add 2 thin coats of epoxy and probably a glitter additive just to make it really nice and shiny. All right, makers, I did want to mention before I start doing my last final coats of epoxy, you want to make sure that all your little points at the end, where it's almost about to meet the stainless steel, you're going to make sure all of those are really, really nice and secure and tightened down, because the worst thing that can happen is those points lifting up, and that will essentially just ruin your whole cup. So you just want to make sure everything is nice and flat and no chance that it's lifting. So I am going to seal this with a coat of 2x matte clear by Rustoleom and add 2 thin coats of epoxy, and we'll be on to finishing up this beautiful fluorescent tumbler. Makers, welcome back, y'all. She is done in all of her glory. Oh my goodness, y'all, look at those colors. Oh my goodness, I think IPP really showed out with these colors, y'all. It's just all the fluorescent vibes, and of course being able to use the full wrap method for this tumbler just made it all come together. Y'all, I know my tumblers be looking a hot mess when I'm creating them, but however, I just urge you just to trust the process. Just trust the process. It's all gonna work out in the end. So I'm just not your typical tumbler maker. I have a very OCD personality. So I just like to really just tape off everything just so I can ensure that I get those nice crisp lines that I really, really enjoy. So you guys, I just really hope you enjoyed this tumbler tutorial. And once again, I am really loving the Speedy Pety epoxy by DIY Epoxy. I was able to do 2 thin coats and get this smooth glass finish. So you guys, if you have not tried that epoxy, give it a try. It's just so smooth. I will definitely link that in the description box below. So once again, makers, if you have questions as to how I created this tumbler, please link those questions in the description box below, and I will definitely get back to you. Like I said, I enjoy each and every comment, and I respond to each and every comment. So once again, makers, I hope you enjoyed this tumbler tutorial. So as always, makers, I did not forget about today's quote for today's video. So it is, y'all, be addicted to bettering yourself, y'all. I think about that each and every day. We all have our addictions, whether it be glitter. I think mine is sometimes a glitter as well. But however, foremost and upmost in my mind is bettering myself. That is my main addiction, and bettering myself in my business, just trying to think of new ideas to propel myself forward in my business and kind of set myself apart from others. So that is my main goal. So I hope this quote definitely inspires each and every one of you in your business, whether it be business or personal. So once again, makers, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. And if you enjoyed this content and any of my other content, please give each and every video a thumbs up. It is definitely helping my channel out. My channel is slowly growing, and y'all, I cannot be more excited about it. So it's just, I don't know, YouTube is just giving me life right now. And I just, most importantly, I just enjoy creating for you guys. So until the next video, you guys stay blessed, and most of all, continue creating.